Hello and welcome back to Den Mill Heritage Farms. As you can see, the pigs are eating. They're doing well. It's been about, I think probably 2 weeks maybe since the last time I did a video. We've had a lot going on around here, of course. A lot of additions and changes and just plain work. And it stinks. Nope, but it's all good. Wanted to give a little update. But before I do, let me give a shout out to my grandma, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. I love you. I miss you guys. She is back in Ohio, and I heard that she was watching the videos, and I wanted to make sure I had a shout out to her, to the rest of my family, my Aunt Sharon and Bob and my mom and sister, brother, nephews, cousins, nieces, all of the above. Wanted to make sure I got a good shout out there. So I know I didn't say anything about my former co-workers. Everybody except for Bayes, hello. So no, but we are all good here. Little update. Last week I drove to Tulsa, Oklahoma to pick up a new boar, a male. He's 7 weeks old, and I was getting them to breed with the 2 females that we have, which I believe may have mentioned in the last video, but maybe not, I don't remember. So drove to Tulsa. It's a 4.5 hour drive, one way. Got them back to the property here, put them in the pen with the rest of the pigs, and 10 minutes later he was out of the fence and we lost him in the woods. So I, at this point, don't know where he's at. We have been looking for him. We have some live traps to try to catch him and bring him back. It looks like there might be some tracks of him by the big pond. I might do a video on that another time, showing the footprints and stuff that I'm seeing. All I can do really is assume that that is him. It very well could be a wild pig. We do have the wild hogs that do move through our property. But I'm seeing a lot of the small prints, what would be about his size, and they're not next to larger prints. So I'm hoping that that is him. I'm hoping that we can catch him. We're praying that we can get him back. We can get him fed, get him healthy, keep him safe here. So that was a tough time for the last 3 or 4 days, to be honest, trying to figure out what I did wrong, how I can fix it, and just trying to find the little guy so that we can get him back safe. So that's the bad news that we've been dealing with. The good news is the 6 that we do have and have had, they are doing really well. I'm going to show a little bit of the current rooting that we are at. So of course there's the hillside that I've showed you before. Give you a little close up here. Just shows that is not dead grass. You know, largely that is dirt that you're looking at. And then of course all the way around the pond, it's I really don't know that these videos are doing justice of the work that they've been doing, but they're doing tremendous. They are happy, they're healthy, they're hungry, and not because I won't feed them. So this is that example of what they do in the woods. They just, look how clean that is. I mean, that is obviously scraping the dirt. You can see going down into the woods, and then you can see what it used to be. So this is the best example that I can give where you can really see it well. Obviously over the last probably week, If you notice, a lot of the trees are changing, you know, as fall comes in. And so that means a lot of the leaves are falling into the woods. And a lot of the work that they had done in the woods here has been covered up by the falling leaves here, which isn't a bad thing. It just gives them more to work on again. It keeps them from getting bored. As I was taught, a bored pig is a bad pig. So we do not want them getting bored. I walk this fence every day all the way around just to make sure stuff like this is not happening. And throughout the day, they start rooting and they just throw stuff across those lines. So that's why it's very important to do this every day. I do it in the morning, do it in the evening. You can kind of see where the gray is kind of showing through. That's where they have been rooting, and then all these fresh leaves are falling on top. I just walked through a nice little spider web through my face. It's my favorite. The other day I walked through one and I promise I responded like a girl. My arms were flailing. If anybody was around, I would have been really embarrassed. But I'm not, because there wasn't. So we're all good. Now it's just my word against whoever's watching this video. So right here, actually, since I'm here, is where the pig got out. I did not realize how much of a space was between those two, and he was so small, he just walked right on through it. And he walked into there, and then he ran beep that way, and I lost him over there. So I have a lot of food out in the area that I believe he is in, and like I said, we're really hoping and praying that we get him back real soon. Now that we're down here, I'll be able to give you a better view of the extended paddock. So, as you recall from the previous videos, I was working on it and finally got the rest of the electrical line redone from here all the way around, all the way down. Where's nothing? There it is. Down to there, and then up the hill, way down. Let's see if you can see. Oh yeah, there's one of those T-posts. So it's way down there. And then back up. So I started to drill out for the new posts for the gate so I can open up into this field. That's not going quite as planned. I have the auger for my tractor, and when I set it here, that's as far as it would go. Now, I don't know if I can get a... Yeah, that's about 3 inches to there, and then another probably 3 inches down to the bottom. So that's a 6-inch started hole, and then it hit a rock. So that's not gonna go quite as planned. Here's another hole. Of course, a lot of this stuff fell back into it. These 2 holes are good to go. I just gotta get my post hole diggers, clean them out. So I'm gonna have a gate right here that I can swing in. Gonna probably move that step post. Well, no, I'll leave it, and now I'm gonna put a T-post right there because it's stronger. You can put a lot more tension on it for it being on the end. And then I'll cut these lines here. I'll do another T-post here. Cut those lines. So this is going to be open in between the gate, of course. So my thought is to run another T-post to roughly here, straight down like a little hallway. And let me show you here. So I have this marked out for another gate. to start there and come to here. So that's another 10-foot gate. And then for this one to go to that one that just went 6 inches down. The plan was I might either be able to do a single gate or 2 separate, most likely separate, so I can control both sides, and then just run a fence right down the middle here, so we have large section here, and then if I need to, I can move them to the large section here with a hallway or aisleway, whatever you want to refer to it as, so they can still get into the pond up to their, there it is, their water, shelter, and then food's on the other side of that. That is Big Red. He, I think he's starting to kind of like me a little bit. He definitely likes to chew on my toes. So that is the update. I have this set up here. I still have to run the wire, obviously, so that I can keep the solar right here, and I don't have to worry about the pigs getting close to the grounding wires and getting themselves hurt in any way any more than, I don't know. It probably wouldn't even hurt them, but it just makes me feel better. Hi, Big Red. So I always try to get a little personal touch to him. And the other day I had one allow me to pet his belly. Actually, it was one of the females. And as she fell asleep with her head on my foot. That doesn't make it too easy not to get attached, let me tell you. So you can see though, they have this pretty well down, except for just a little portion of still tall grass. And then they still have a lot right here though. Oh, somebody's feeling left out. Yep, I'm right here. I'm right here. All right, there you go. So yeah, this kind of stuff does make it hard to not get attached, like I said. And then we got another little one here. So these guys are getting big though, let me tell you. They are getting big. They're doing very well. And I'm gonna have to cut this video off though, because I still have to go get another bale of straw so I can close up their enclosure on the front. I had to use one of the bales because they were getting a little light on the inside there. So let me see if the light will adjust. So it was just getting a little low on the straw. So I threw in one of the bales in there so they can distribute it how they want. And then I'll get another one here, block it off again. It works pretty well. So that is that. If you notice, I am getting in better shape because I am no longer out of breath just from walking. But still have a lot of work to do, and I will definitely have a video as soon as I find this piglet. Hopefully that will be in the next day or two, but we'll see. Man, my hair looks good, doesn't it? There, it's a little bit better. It's still terrible. All right, well, you guys have a blessed day. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. I do appreciate it. We appreciate you guys watching and following, and we love you all, and you guys be blessed. Thank you.